Hey Sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sailor Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Wargame Red Dragon. It's turn 3, the start thereof. The North Koreans are attacking us in 4 different sectors. We should be able to hold the attack on Seoul pretty comfortably. Daejeon and Wonju are going to be the problem. Well, to tell the truth, this might be a problem too, but these guys have some AA. I'm sure it'll be fine. Wonju might actually be our worst problem because the big tank regiments they have in Daejeon don't have enough initiative, so it'll pretty much just be this special forces regiment and like anti-air. Yeah. In fact, maybe a good chance to kill some of that anti-air. Their tank regiments will not show up until next turn, so we just need to win a decisive victory in Daejeon. The problem is here in Wonju. Now, they do have the same issue here. Their tank regiment is not ready to fight yet, but they have these beautiful strike squadrons of Su-25s and MiG-29s, plus another special forces regiment, plus these tanks, plus this infantry regiment, which has a ton of Korshun's. So, altogether, they have a lot of very good infantry with very good vehicles, plus special forces infantry, which are actually worse, but they have helicopters with some attack ability. They have Strelas, which also have Korshun's. Tanks, they only have a relatively small number of, and they're terrible, but they have them. Plus they have plenty of recon. They have a little bit of anti-air, not much. But these MiG-29s are very good anti-air, so our Air Force is realistically probably grounded. They have some TO-55s. They have some actual, very dangerous attack helicopters and Susong Poes. Now we have our own very good infantry, but with much worse vehicles and less of them. We have some AA, not great. We have some K1s, which we're gonna need to use. We have a few tow vehicles, some of these Jeeps, well, half-tracks, but, well, they're not half-tracks, but yeah. We have some tow vehicles. We have some attack helicopters of our own. Which I don't know how effectively we're going to be able to use them, but we're going to have to try. They have the potential to be very dangerous, but we're going to have to bait out mainly, these will be better in helicopter-to-helicopter fights, probably. Well, okay, our Cobras can beat these in a helicopter-to-helicopter fight, but otherwise, we've got to worry about the MiG-29s, and we've got to worry about these too. I don't know, it's going to be a bit of a mess. We're going to try to hold out in Daejeon sector, basically. It's not going to be very easy, but if we don't, this whole flank is in pretty big trouble, so I don't know that I should even bother bringing out the one piece with something. I'm gonna have these ready. We've pretty much got to have our tanks ready. So then what's holding that flank? Okay, infantry first, because we need those, for sure. Here. Here. Probably here. We're really gonna need... Okay, I'll bring out a recon chopper, that's probably fine. I don't know. We kind of need AA, I think. And then, let's see. Do I put tanks over to try to hold this flank? It's a bit desperate, but I might try to hold that flank with just the helicopters. I don't have an FOB, do I? Nope. Okay, so we're relying totally on cargo trucks if we want to resupply our helicopters at all. Okay, all of you guys into there. You guys unload. Honestly, the only reason we have any kind of chance here is because they have to come to us, but the balance of forces is not favorable. The other nice thing is it's complicated. I mean, they have a big variety of forces, and sometimes that kind of screws the AI up. They don't always know how to handle that well. Okay, here comes a whole bunch of attack helicopters. That is kind of okay as a first salvo. Oh, and here come MiG-29s. I think that's an Su-25, actually. I assume they're going for my helicopters. Okay, if they're going to be aggressive with this, then I need my additional aid immediately. This guy might be dead. Yes! Okay, that's a very good start. Damn it, my recon chopper. But we killed an Su-25. That's worth a lot. Okay, we lost an LPTP. These guys have no guns, right? Correct. Okay. Mob the Mi-25. Oh, we got the MiG-29 too. Oh, that's a fantastic start. Okay, well done, AA. Is that? That's just helicopters. Okay. I'm so glad I had the AA out immediately. That's an Mi-25 gone. They only had a few of those. I don't remember how many, but not that many. Oh, lost an AA piece, but the kills they got, fantastic start. Shut down that. Okay. Okay, not without a few losses, but I would say the initial attack helicopter wave was just kind of a disaster for the enemy. They lost like 500 points worth of material. They're still circling though, but we gotta be careful because this command unit is pretty fragile, but you might want to be not on the ground. Here comes more. Okay, well, those are special forces actually. Right? Yeah. Nice. Okay, I'm very glad they started with helicopters because this has been pretty much an unqualified disaster for them. Although I've still lost 200 and something. How have I lost 200 points of material? Maybe it's only 100. Nice start. Let me get one and more of these out. Then I'm gonna start deploying tanks to cover. Actually, let me get another recon chopper out. Although that leaves me only one, so hopefully we don't lose this one. And then maybe some tow jeeps to reinforce here, because I assume ground forces will start to arrive. Okay, there's a ton more helicopters right here. I might want to put more AA up to here. Oh wait, here comes the ground vehicles though. Now's where it gets complicated. I mean, those will die as soon as my tanks have a sight on them, don't get me wrong. I think that's just Type 59s, or TO-55s maybe, but it's Type 59s. Oh, hell. You don't have a sight. Look at these over here. Man, that's not helpful. just gonna die. It's pretty expensive to have lost all of those, but get a lower angle of cannon then. Come on. Okay. Good news is that's the end of those. Oh, here comes their special forces, but they're gonna die doing that. That's not gonna work for them. I'm gonna start creating a cargo park back here, I guess. Did I lose another? No, I just didn't combine these yet. Okay. That's a recon shot, right? Go shoot that down. Well, we have the chance. Okay. What are these? Well, those might have just been Korshun's. That was not a recon, unless these were 60. Oh, they are. Damn, okay. I mean, mine are expensive too, but only 45. Okay, good start. I'm gonna recall them, but this is going really well so far. To the point that it's already, they've lost 1,250 points of material. I almost can't lose more than them, but I really want to hold the province. I mean, I really want to hold the province outright. And that means we need to win. Which probably means I should get, I don't think getting the Peace Fest's a good idea. Let's get what I can in to reinforce this defense. Which isn't much, but it's something. Let's get out my last attack chopper. Well, you know what? Let's start getting these tanks out. Grief. I'm gonna park them here for now. Or where are you two? He has now gotten close enough that I think we can go shoot him down, so let's do that. Because those are pretty expensive and they don't have a lot of them. Okay, currently they're throwing Korshun's forward as like singlets, or not exactly singlets, but pretty close, and that is suicide, so we're doing okay here. What we've got to worry about is if they get their acts together and send like 50 of them at once. Which is what nearly got us last time we fought on this map, but okay, that's dead. However, if they don't send them with AA support, then our attack helicopters could really mess up even that large a column, so we're okay. Also, their artillery has not come into play yet. They still have it, right? Or did that unit get destroyed? Pretty sure they still have it, but maybe I'm wrong. I should probably sneak some cargo trucks up to here somewhere. Those missiles aiming at? I guess those vehicles. It's kind of crazy. Do we think we got all of their Mi-25s? I wasn't counting closely enough to be sure. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about as far as sending my helicopters this far forward. That looks like one right there, actually. No, I don't think it is. It's just an Mi-8 again. Are you on the ground right now? No, just kind of hovering. I mean, so far this is like we're at 1,700 points of kills and crowning, and they're not making a dent in us, so pretty good so far. And they won't, like, they're not massing forces yet. They're still just sending singlets down here, which is absolute suicide, so... What in the hell? How did he get here? Well, he died. Thanks, 7500. Man, if they keep coming at us at this rate, we might actually win. Instead of just getting a draw. And that's the trouble, though. Because if we don't win, then... then we have to deal with, like, 80 elite tanks next turn. Which would be very bad. But they have so many forces that it's almost impossible to actually get a win. Save potentially for... Okay, these guys are out of ammo. Or out of supply. I'll park them back there. Save potentially for some kind of crazy strike back here. But I'm really worried about the possibility of AA if I go back there. The only thing that I think I could send back there is helicopters. Plus, it's not like they only have one command unit, they have at least 2 out. There's not that much cover back here, but... Oh no. My recoilless rifle vehicle. Guys, you probably should have killed the Horseshoe first. Alright, well, I'm gonna get a recon vehicle in here. And then the risk I'm gonna consider taking is... We're gonna see what this recon vehicle sees. It sees a ton of core shoots coming towards us, so let's deal with that first. Oh wow, this might be the massed attack, okay. Let's get you guys in the air. Where's the third one? Here it is. Another helicopter. Okay, yeah, the attack helicopters have made a huge difference as far as the success of this goes, because that's the kind of attack that started to kind of overwhelm our tanks last time around, but this time they pretty much just died. Our tanks are totally unscathed, in fact. Did you? I mean, their infantry are straight up dying. Like, there are very few actually intact infantry left in the force at this point. And they're expensive infantry too, you know? Not cheap ones. Okay, they've still got another helicopter regiment massed back here. That's Mi-25s and everything. Pull back before they can kill you. we are more than prepared to repulse that, but it also means I can't send helicopters around past them. It's not gonna work. And there they go. And there's still more. Clearly they did not run out of Mi-25s yet, although they might after this, but... Yes, take them down, please. ASAP. Okay. That almost has to be it, I think. They've lost 3,000 points of material. Oh, here come the TO-55s. Alright, those are not going to do any better than the Type 59s did. Problem is, I haven't in any way scratched the so... I still don't feel comfortable with the... Oh, shit. Planes. I kind of thought maybe they were done with those. Well, that's going to suffer, though, because, I mean... I got 3 K-263s right here. Start shooting jets. That looks like a MiG-29. It was a MiG-29. Not anymore. That's an Su-25. Was an Su-25. Didn't get his shots off. Cycle. Goodbye. That is 4 of North Korea's best planes shot down in this battle. That's honestly better than all the infantry, even. We actually might win, because they are 500 points from losing. But 5 minutes, but hell, we're killing them. Way more than that. I mean, at the current rate, we will win, which is not something I expected, to be honest. This has gone incredibly well. And they still just keep coming. In these stupid penny packets. Like, at some point, surely, they ought to realize what they're dealing with and wait until they can get a couple of hundred, not a couple of hundred, but a couple of dozen tanks together and rush me all at once with them. But apparently not. Okay, I'm out of resupply for them, so it is what it is. It's enough to kill a command vehicle. We only need 200 points worth of kills, and we got 4 minutes to do it. I don't know if that'll be a total victory, but I'm pretty sure it'll at least be a victory. Honestly, just the end. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Damn it. I mean, we're gonna get another MiG-29, but that was my last recon chopper. Tell you what though, worthwhile trade. Well, it is, but only barely, because recon choppers are really good. And that was the only one I had left, but, oh well. That's 3 out of the 4 of those down. They've got 1 now. And I need 9 points of kills. Okay. There they are. Okay, that really could not have gone... Is that a total victory? Yes! Oh, that really could not have gone much better. 4,020 points worth of kills for 430 points of losses. I lost 1 K-263, I lost both my recon choppers, I lost a couple of these random vehicles, I lost 1 attack helicopter. And some of these infantry did not survive because their LVTPs died, but I don't remember how many I had to start with. Did I lose 7? Maybe, yeah. I hate that happens, but absolutely crushing. Because we wiped out nearly all of those elite infantry. They're down to 4 Geogok Day. Nearly all of the special forces. The last of the Type 59s. All of their recon choppers. And a couple of their recon T-55s. Most of their TO-55s. All their Mi-25s and most of the MD-500s. Shut down 3 MiG-29s and 2 Su-25s. My 21st Anti-Tank Company, which is these, is gone. Did anything else go with them? Nope, literally empty deck. Well, okay, 21st Anti-Tank Company is destroyed. Their 766th Special Forces Regiment is gone, which takes with the last of the helicopter threat, so that's nice. And their Fighter Squadron and Strike Squadron are both pretty ravaged, actually, which is really convenient. This infantry regiment is alive, but is a shattered remnant, to be honest. It's just unfortunate that this anti-air survived, but on the other hand, it did nothing in this battle, and it really should have been. Now, the problem, of course, is they've got a fresh security regiment and 40 Su-100s coming up to replace all that immediately. But this tank regiment will at least have lost morale and cohesion, and they are routed back to Sok Cho. So that is a huge success. We will hold Wonju at the end of this turn. Oh, the tank regiment doesn't rout because it didn't fight. Okay, that's bad. I didn't realize that's how that worked. However, if we fight just the tank regiment on our turn, that could actually be really good. That'll be our best chance, at least, because if we can bring in maybe the F-18s or something, even just the K-1s with support from all these attack choppers dug in, has a pretty good chance of slaughtering these. That's what we're going to have to try to do. If we can break this force, then this flank is not secure, but a lot closer to secure. I mean, bear in mind there's no more reinforcements immediately available, so we've pretty much got to hold over here with what we've got, especially because of how the front breaks up after this. Alright, next, Gwangju. This is their attempt to flank us. This is 750th Special Forces Regiment. They have some very nice infantry, although not in helicopters, despite the name. And some Maljutka armored cars with guided missiles, some tank destroyers, some recon choppers. They have 4 cheap attack helicopters. It's actually quite a small regiment, really. I mean, they have a bunch of very elite infantry, but their vehicles are normal. These attack choppers aren't that great. These Malyutkas are pretty dangerous, but they only have 4 of them. I have a lot of cheap infantry with cheap vehicles, which, cheap or not, they grossly outnumber the enemy infantry. Some slightly better infantry with better vehicles. Some Jigsaw bomb, a few red eyes, some mortars, some recon. The bad thing is we're going to have to fight probably defensively, because I don't have anything that can really go after these Malyutkas or ATSs. The good news is, if they attack us, they're just going to get slaughtered, really. I kind of have to hope that they actually do attack us, because if they don't, it could go badly. They do... Wait. That's not a reinforcement sector. Oh. They're dead fucking meat, okay. We're fine then. Do I need an FOB for anything? I guess for artillery, but it's probably unlikely I actually use it enough. Okay, here's all we need to do then. Deploy as many infantry as we can to protect these guys. Maybe a recon vehicle in the forest nearby. Deploy another command unit over here. Now, this one will be more awkward because there's no buildings, but that's okay. Just put him kind of in the deep forest here. Couple of red-eye teams. Maybe a little forwards of him. And a bunch of infantry. Maybe a couple of these too. Maybe a couple of these over here too. Although I'm kind of out of places to put them, but the mortars have a minimum range, right? I think so. I'll just expand my defense radius here a little. Okay. Look, the job is really quite simple. Do not let them take either of these reinforcement sectors. I don't know how many starting troops they actually get. They are known to kind of cheat on that, but if they don't take either of these sectors, then they're strictly limited in what they can get, and they will inevitably eventually die. The only problem might be actually tracking down and killing all their command units. Because I just don't have a lot of mobile forces, but it is what it is. I guess I better get a recon vehicle out here too. Forgot about that. Did that get... No, that's just... These are just sort of hovering around the... Okay, what's the accuracy on these? 35%. Well, we do what we can. Or they could just come into gun range and die that way. Sure. We shoot another one down? Is that the same one going down finally? I don't know if that was 2 or not. But alright, let's speed it up. The red eyes are clearly not going to be very effective, but this is what it is. They just don't have enough infantry to force this kind of position, I don't think. Yeah, their infantry are better than mine, but as long as mine are dug in, that makes more difference than pretty much any difference in quality I've ever seen, so... Then those ATS-103s are almost useless for this purpose. I assume they have some HE value, yeah, but that's not what they exist for. The Malyutkas are literally useless for this. They have no capacity to target things that aren't tanks. You out of ammo, or just... You want to shoot him down, maybe? At least try? Get a line of sight and start shooting. Hey, Joker. What's up? Outstanding. Well done. It goes. The North Koreans outnumber us quite a bit, but it is what it is. Currently, this is their special forces trying to flank around us. Which, to be honest, might actually succeed if I don't manage to rush some reinforcements in, but... Okay, new command unit, please, before they take the sector. Thank you. Alright, everybody up to there. On the double. Now, okay, the critical thing here is they don't have a reinforcement point. They're just landing from off the sea here, which apparently the sea's over there somewhere. So, if I can just prevent them from taking this sector or that sector, then they will eventually inevitably all die. The problem is they have some vehicles and I don't really, but... Pretty sure this wave of reinforcements will be sufficient to chase them out of here. Okay, well, we took some losses, but... Pretty sure we're about to retake our original position. Oh, hey, they moved, they must have moved a command unit in here, finally. Well... I'm gonna get it back. Oh, I can't get a backup command unit in here. That's actually a problem. Okay, well... Get into defensive positions, please, gents. Pretty sure they're all out of attack vehicles of any kind, so... And they're falling back. Okay. Yeah. The problem is I don't really have any forces that can follow up in any meaningful fashion, but we'll just start assembling infantry and see if they can take these other sectors back. This is on the west side of the peninsula. We did just absolutely smash one of their offensives on the east side, so overall it's going alright, but we definitely need reinforcements pretty soon. Hey, more special forces. Wait, what's that? Did I see something over here? Maybe not. No, I did see something up here. That looks like a command vehicle. Go kill it. Split up. One of you this way. Is that another? What's that? Somebody was in there. I saw them. No, we didn't deal with all these special forces. There you go. That's a command vehicle. Someone kill that. Oh, they just killed one. Okay, they're retreating. Right, that is... I mean, we lost a bunch of infantry of all types, and one recon vehicle and one command unit, but 750th Special Forces Regiment lost pretty much all of its infantry, one command vehicle, one chopper, all of its vehicles, and it's destroyed. So, that is the end of that attempt to flank us. Oh, Major, Japan's 1st Paratrooper Brigade has left its base in Narashino and is ready to be deployed from Fukuoka Airport. It can be used to support the South Koreans or to take the enemy by surprise behind the lines. And the Foch Naval Group is ready for deployment in the Yellow Sea. The HMS Ark Royal has been delayed due to heavy storms. It will be available tomorrow. The Foch has marine units and a versatile aviation. We can land behind enemy lines or directly reinforce the South Korean action. However, I advise you to neutralize the Chinese port of Qingdao, which is threatening our western flank. Before then, it's imperative to clean the area of the Chinese fleets that are defending it. Be particularly wary of the squadron that is defending the area around Qingdao. It is the elite of the People's Marines. Do not engage this squadron without heavy support. Understood. Okay, so, situation. They attempted to flank us at Guang. Thanks for watching, sailors. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like or subscribing. New parts will be up every other day for the most part. Or you can watch live on Twitch once a week. Have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.